Good morning, America. Al Graham with the Pixie Radio. Look where we live. This talk, this lesson, this little conversation is about end of life issues. Recently I've been ministering to and seeing one of our brothers fading away. I put him in hospice, and I've watched his decline, and it's very sad, of course. But the great lesson to come out of this is what I learned going through the whole process of putting someone in the hospital, watching them decline, watching them get worse and worse, and then put him into the final stage of hospice. And it's been sad and funny and all the things of real life, because this guy, every time I go see him, in as bad shape as he's in, he makes me laugh. He's feisty. He's an old Catholic altar boy like myself, and he's got certain values and certain strict, views on life. Anyway, he just is a sweet man, and he had a rough life, and now it's ending. So this is the irony, because it is just so ludicrous. I go to the rest home and I play my music. I take my mandolin player and a couple other people, and one day when we do this for the patients in their room, and it's such a joyous thing, because sick people are slowly recovering miraculously, and it's a wonderful thing to see. And some people in this equation are not going to come out of it. Other people are. And anyway, so we've been creating this kind of healing music visit. To every time I go there, it's uplifting for them and for me. And so my friend here is very close, and so we took in my mandolin player, and we went in there. We played in his room a couple of songs that he loved, Johnny Cash and so on and so forth. And then we went to see another couple of people over there who couldn't get out of bed, and we played with them, and it was all wonderful and joyous. And then we went to the front station, and we played to all the nurses and the doctors, and we had a wonderful time, and everybody loved it. And so there was a few more people in the dining room who'd been waiting on the other side for us to come over there, and we finally got over there, and this old lady said, "Well, I was just about to roll out of here in my wheelchair. Where have you been?" And I said, "Well, we're coming." So we get in there, and we start playing, right? And we're having a lovely time, and this woman walks in, looks at us like, "What are you doing?" with a stern look in her eyes, glaring at us. And we go, "What?" So I said, "Is something wrong?" And she went, "Well, who are you?" And I said, "I'm Reverend Graham, and I'm singing songs for these people, and we're having a lovely time. Who are you?" And she said, "Well, I'm in charge of activities." And I said, "Are you? Well, go get on with it, because we're doing something here. Do your activities over there, whatever." She said, No. "Do you have permission to play in this room?" And I said, "No." "From whom?" She said, "From the activities director, my boss." And I said, "Well, where is she?" And she said, "I'll get her on the phone." I said, "Go ahead." So she got on the phone. She came on the phone and said, "Well, who are you and what are you doing?" And I said, "I'm singing songs for people who like it. And it's I've been doing it for the last 2.5 months. I've been coming here and singing and praying with these people, and I've been consulting with the doctors about my patient and his life issues and his medications and his comfort and his care. And what else can I do for you?" She said, "Well, you didn't tell us you were going to play in that room." And I said, "Didn't know I needed to." "Oh yes, you have to go through a committee. You have to be approved. There's a process." "The process? What's the process?" "Process, you present who you are, what you do, and what your music is, and then we look at it, and if it's groovy, we let it go. But if it's radical, like Axl Rose or whatever, this fellow's walking silly, then we deny you." I guess that's what they were saying. So I said, "Well, look here. we're just already playing, and it's already done, and everybody's happy, and we didn't need your committee, so get on with it. You do. And she said, no, there's got to be. I said, look here, I'm right in the middle of playing some songs to these people, and we're having a good time. Couldn't you do this at a later date, and couldn't you call me aside? And no, the custodian was standing there with her arms folded saying, yes, you didn't have the right piece of paper to play for these people. You've got to make an appointment when you're dying to get entertained. Well, they didn't say that, but they might have. Anyway, this rant's gone on long enough, so I got livid, and I left. And but I'll go back today with my guitar. I'll do it all over again until they throw me out. But it just really was ludicrous, was the word I started out with. Because after all, well, anyone who's listening to that, who knows that it's just absolutely bullshit bureaucracy, again, rearing its ugly head and coming in right in the middle of somebody praying, literally, and someone say, well, do you have a permit to pray? Wait a minute, you can't die at 9 o'clock. You've got to wait till 11. Well, why? Well, we haven't cleaned the dishes. Get out. Get out of this room. Get out of my life. Get out of my head. But I forgive you. There you have it.